Watching Fatal Caper feels like opening a beautifully wrapped coffin. Inside lies everything that made Tales from the Crypt a cult masterpiece: dark wit, theatrical excess, and moral irony. The episode unfolds with deceptive simplicity: an inheritance gone wrong, brothers consumed by avarice, and the inevitable return of the wronged dead. Yet, beneath its lurid premise lies a sophisticated meditation on justice, vanity, and the performative nature of guilt. The mise-en-scène of the episode is pure Gothic decadence. Candlelit corridors, heavy drapes, and mirrors that seem to reflect more than they should. The camera often lingers on objects: a family portrait, a sealed envelope, a half-empty glass of whiskey, turning them into silent narrators of decay. The entire world of Fatal Caper feels embalmed, as though time itself has died within it. The narrative's heartbeat is greed. The surviving brothers treat death not as loss but as opportunity. They scheme, manipulate, and desecrate, turning the funeral into a business transaction. Yet their downfall is not simply punishment. It is transformation. In the hands of Tales from the Crypt, karma becomes theatrical art. Every deceit leads to poetic symmetry. The episode's twist, when the dead brother's body re-enters the story, is both chilling and strangely satisfying. Retribution arrives not with screams, but with elegance. The use of sound is particularly striking. Footsteps echo like guilt personified. The creak of a coffin lid feels almost sensual in its timing. The score blends irony and dread, reminding us that horror can waltz gracefully. The Crypt Keeper's opening quip sets the tone, a joke that hides a prophecy. Watching Fatal Caper again today, I'm struck by how modern it feels. Its satire of greed and moral blindness resonates with contemporary obsessions: inheritance feuds, corporate deceit, the illusion of control. The brothers' desperation mirrors society's fixation on legacy. We too want to outsmart fate, to take without consequence. The episode mocks this illusion with surgical precision. One could even read it as a fable about capitalism disguised as supernatural fiction. The performances embrace excess. Every gesture, every smirk, feels deliberate, as if the actors know they are part of a morality play. The physicality of guilt, sweaty palms, nervous laughter, darting eyes, becomes as expressive as any dialogue. The direction choreographs these movements like a dance macabre, a dance of vanity and doom. There's also a fascinating undercurrent of eroticism in the relationship between death and greed. The characters caress the idea of inheritance as if it were a lover, blind to the rot beneath. This perverse intimacy heightens the tension, turning each act of deceit into an act of seduction. The final revelation is less about shock than inevitability. It feels preordained, a cosmic correction of imbalance. The image of the brothers facing their fate, trapped, undone by their own schemes, lingers with the precision of myth. When the Crypt Keeper returns to deliver his final pun, it feels like the closing line of a dark poem. In personal reflection, Fatal Caper reminds me of stories my grandmother once told, folk tales where the greedy always met poetic justice. There's a strange comfort in that symmetry, an aesthetic satisfaction in seeing the moral order restored. That's what gives Tales from the Crypt its enduring appeal. It reassures us that the wicked will eventually pay, even if in grotesque ways. In its 40-odd minutes, Fatal Caper distills centuries of moral storytelling into a single cinematic experience. It's horror with intelligence, satire with style. Its message is timeless, its execution precise, its humor venomous. Like the best of Tales from the Crypt, it leaves you amused, unsettled, and strangely grateful for its cruel sense of justice.